Have you ever wondered what separates the financially successful from the rest of us? Picture this: 50 finance books, each packed with strategies, secrets, and insights that could potentially revolutionize your understanding of money. Sounds intriguing, right? But here's the catch. Many of these secrets are so profound that they could completely flip your financial world upside down. What if I told you that within these pages lie 10 eye-opening money secrets that could change the way you think about wealth forever? As Warren Buffett once said, the best investment you can make is in yourself. So, if you're ready to dive deep into the essence of financial success, buckle up. We're about to unravel secrets that aren't just about saving more or investing smarter. We're talking about profound shifts in how you approach money, wealth, and success. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, yet still falling short of your financial goals? Or wondered why some people seem to effortlessly accumulate wealth while others struggle, despite their best efforts? These 10 secrets could be the missing link you've been searching for. They come from a treasure trove of wisdom, 50 finance books that have transformed countless lives. But here's a question. Are you ready to challenge your current beliefs and explore new ways to achieve financial freedom? Imagine this. You discover a strategy that reveals how creating your own luck can be a game changer. Or what if you learn that the path to true financial prosperity might not be through saving every penny, but rather through investing wisely and taking calculated risks? These aren't just theories, they are actionable insights backed by real-life success stories. But that's not all. The secrets we're about to reveal cover a spectrum of financial wisdom, from avoiding the sunk cost fallacy, where your past investments could be holding you back, to understanding the real rules of money that could empower you to make smarter decisions. What if changing just one aspect of your financial strategy could unlock doors you never knew existed? Now I know what you're thinking. How can I be sure these secrets will work for me? It's a fair question. The reality is that while no single path guarantees success, understanding these powerful concepts can significantly enhance your financial journey. So, are you ready to transform your approach to money and take control of your financial future? And before we dive into these transformative secrets, I have a challenge for you. If you're truly committed to changing your financial life and ready to uncover these game-changing insights, I want you to type "I must be rich" in the comments. This simple action signifies your readiness to embrace new knowledge and take the next step toward financial success. Get ready to embark on a journey that could reshape your financial destiny. Stay tuned as we explore the 10 eye-opening money secrets from 50 finance books that might just be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Don't miss out on this chance to revolutionize your financial future. Type "I must be rich" below and let's get started. You're probably now wondering, 50 books really? Yes, we have done the heavy lifting, so you don't have to. Now in this video, we are going to leak much more of the 10 mind-blowing money secrets that are going to change your perception of what finance is. This money secret will flip your financial game. 1. Create your own luck. Creating your own luck is something I've come to believe in more and more over time. More importantly, the almost incidental result of taking numerous actions means that, in reality, what most people call luck is the great secret to financial success. The big thing is that the more actions you take, the better your chances of getting lucky. People who take action tend to be the lucky ones. In other words, they are creating their own luck. The inspiration from this lesson is that I tried a lot of things and was all right if most of them failed. I came to realize that it's normal for one to be wrong most of the time, yet turn out to be successful. For example, Thomas Edison's invention of the electric light bulb didn't come as a result of a couple of experiments. This means he just had a lot of misses, but when he hit big. Even the very brilliant investor Warren Buffett realizes that out of the hundreds of companies he owns, he seriously gains from just 10. The point is, therefore, many things literally don't have to work out as planned. Sometimes all you need is one brilliant idea, one book, one sentence, one person, or one video to change your life. You get the response, and people on the outside think this person made the one call and got lucky. What they don't see is that you might have reached out to over 50 people or tried different avenues before you got that one success. You basically created your own luck. That, to me, is the ultimate lesson. Don't live below your means. This advice comes from a book by Robert Kiyosaki titled Second Chance. The old-fashioned orthodox approach of financial planners that typically preaches saving as to give up something you love doesn't sit well with Kiyosaki. And as usual, he counters it with another viewpoint. He puts it squarely with just one question. Why not learn how to make the money you need so you can afford the things you want? According to him, reducing costs can be demotivating. Nobody gets up in the morning looking forward to cutting back expenses here and there just to put more money in the bank. Always focus on making more, and instead of saying I can't afford it, say I can afford it, but how can I afford it? It never made sense to me for two reasons. The first is I learned that clearly you cannot just keep cutting expenses. It just goes so far. The second is I realized the most valuable assets were my time, and my energy goes back to that. I could spend that energy trying to save a little money or instead make a lot more money. The road to the big bucks can only be paved after first addressing problems as small as knowledge in financial matters and self-confidence. The list at hand starts with the small and possibly personal problems that are later on substituted by the big and possibly complicated ones that a person may have to face. After solving a problem, you level up with an increase in the level and new challenges. The more problems in relation to money you solve, the more intelligent you become and the more money you make. But on the flip side, if you ignore money problems and just focus on cutting expenses, there will be a probable financial shriveling over a good period of time. Since you have been watching until now, it's obvious you are getting value from this video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, turn your bell notification on for more insightful videos like this one. 3. Get the rules of money right before you aim to win. Most people hesitate to get to understand the rules of money because they feel money is such a complex thing. If you feel so, don't blame yourself. There is reason behind such confused feeling. You know, a lot of money stuff is taking place on Wall Street and in the financial world. They've purposely made it look really complicated and baffling. Just think about it. Who benefits the most if you're under the impression that you can't very well take control of your financial future? The stockbrokers, financial advisors, and banks hold the answer. Because banks are only too willing to take your money out of your hands, and then only pay you a pittance when such simple savings as money invested back into it in the form of security government bonds can result in so much more. And based on safe investments, earn so much more in interest that no actual principal investment is ever really at risk. Unfair? No, not really. Banks are merely abiding by the rules themselves. And so can you, as long as you understand them all a little bit better. Now here's the key point. Understanding money isn't actually complicated. It's made to seem that way by those who benefit from your lack of knowledge. So take a moment to let that sink in. Feel frustrated if you want, but then decide to change the game by committing to learning how money really works so that you too can play the game to your advantage. 4. Think big. Thinking big is all about setting massive goals that can really inspire and push you way out of your comfort zone. Think of people like Elon Musk. He wants to settle on Mars with his company, SpaceX. Or think of Steve Jobs. He changed the world with the products he invented at Apple. These are great ways to look at how effective big dreams can be. Small thinkers see only what is before them, while big thinkers open their minds to the possibilities that reach far farther than the present moment. Think about an old house wannabe vision, for example. Small people would consider this worth just $20,000, yet a big thinker visionary will see this filled with potential for a major turnaround, inside refinements, and as a resale house for $80,000. Using expansive thinking is visionary because most people fail to adopt it. They limit their aspirations. But thinking is just the beginning, like setting a GPS destination. Consider that a person earning $3,000 a month sets an extraordinary target of earning $20,000. This target will definitely change your behavior. You will surely be opting for different books and different videos, and maybe even saying no to some things. Big thinking creates big results and actions. Often people think just the opposite, saying, "Give me $20,000 a month, and then I'll act like I earn that much." That's not the right way. You have to become the person who earns $20,000 a month first. At that point, you will start to have that big results, and you cannot do this if you do not let yourself dream big. Most of us think that our jobs support our lives, but then in the real sense, our jobs become our entire lives. We spend more than 35 to 40 years working and thinking of work, and the reason we work is to earn money. It is difficult to think big if you are working for someone who is using you to think big for themselves. To truly think big, you may need to break away from such situations. 5. What's the worst that can happen? This gem is not from a finance book, but from a personal development type book. How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. The best ideas are often straightforward ones. The moment you worry financially, ask yourself, what is the worst? This has helped me an awful lot in decisions on investment and business. Many times we worry because of the involvement of money in certain things. Since you have been watching until now, it's obvious you are getting value from this video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, turn your bell notification on for more insightful videos like this one. What if the business doesn't succeed? What if the investment results in a complete loss? What if borrowed money is tough to repay? Such sort of thoughts can indeed drive you under tension. The point is to confront your problems by questioning yourself, what would be the worst case scenario? Once you confront this question, you are likely to cool down. Carnegie asserts that the worst things that we visualize are not as bad as we think. In fact, they are very frequently quite tolerable. Even if the worst were to happen, you would probably cope. Why is this so? Well, worry destroys our capacity to focus. We become scattered, our minds leaping from one anxiety to the next. But acceptance has a quietening effect. It helps us to concentrate on trying to do something about the problem. This, though simple but profound, enables us to face the challenges with a clear mind and steady resolve. 6. Money is a game. Money is a game one has to play. The least one may do is really play the game. My family never talked about money while I was growing up. Of course, it was not forbidden, but rather this topic was never brought up in our daily conversations. I have also observed that while our society worships those with more money, it criticizes the way money is made. It is believed that money is the root of all evils. Those who are concerned with money are termed selfish and without moral standing. These two conflicting viewpoints always make many of us awkward when expressing ourselves openly. But here is something that is quite interesting. More or less successful people with money simply do not view it as good or bad. They just realize that money is a game. Seemingly, we all got to play the game in the first place to survive. The only thing we control is how we play it. Those people that manage to go up and were like me, sometimes they tend to pick a losing strategy. They can brush money aside as unimportant or say that the game is rigged as a way of rationalizing not having to play. I am not implying for a moment that everyone starts off from the same place. Life is seldom like that. Some people draw difficult hands from the start, but others appear to get a run of great cards. What we can do something about, though, is how we play the cards we are dealt. What it really comes down to in the game of money is the level of understanding you have of the rules and the way you manage your strategy. It's not an equal start. It is doing the best with what one has and playing smart. And that's the thing about the game of money. 7. Sunk cost fallacy. Imagine a person working in some highly paying but stressful and unsatisfying job for the last 5 years. He has also realized that the values and the culture of the company do not compare to his personal values and goals, yet he remains in the same job. He may say to himself, "I can't go now, I have invested too much time and hard work in this job." Now reflect on areas in your life about doing something that you don't like. Maybe you're in a career your parents wanted you to pursue, being a doctor, engineer, or lawyer. You are halfway through the program, and suddenly you realize this is not it. But you go on. Or maybe you are stuck in a job you loathe, just like John. Or you are in a relationship that clearly won't work, yet you persist. The sunk cost fallacy is a trick our minds play. It is when we give too much importance to what we have already invested, be it in the form of time, efforts, or money, and ignore what we might lose in the future. Instead, we look back into the past rather than looking ahead. This happens not just in a career or job, but in all aspects of our lives. Most people do exactly what John did when they face this situation. They forget that switching to another job is the right course of action. Well, this behavior to stick with is because of something called the sunk cost fallacy. And because of the sunk cost fallacy, John risks sacrificing his well-being and long-term happiness in his career. You ask yourself, now knowing what I know, would I continue this job, business, or relationship? If the answer is no, it's time to change course. It's tough, but we should try to consciously ignore and focus on the future. Yes, it does hurt to give up on the work and time you have put in, but in the long run, it's always worth it. Since you have been watching until now, it's obvious you are getting value from this video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, turn your bell notification on for more insightful videos like this one. 8. Get rich young. This was the same advice that was given in many of the books I used to read about managing money and investing. If you save a little bit of money and invest it for a long time, as much as 40 years, you can end up with over $1 million. So the advice kind of did make a lot of sense, but it left me with mixed feelings. On one hand, I got all excited about the idea of having $1 million someday. On the other hand, I thought about how that would be when I was old. Was I really looking to be wealthy when I'm old and may need help walking around, or to really enjoy my life? I wanted nice things like a fancy car, but I didn't want to be too old to enjoy them. One book really affected me, written by M.J. DeMarco, The Millionaire Fastlane. The book is about becoming rich and retiring early by doing things like running a successful business, invention, or creation of things that can bring lots of money to one while still young. Now, when we hear the term get rich quick, we think it is some kind of scam. However, the author doesn't mean getting rich overnight. For instance, when you start a business, you might have to bust your butt in that business for 5 or even 10 years. But once it really gets cooking, you may never have to work again in your life. That is what the author means by get rich quick. And compared to investing for 40 years, 10 years ain't too bad. Now, wealth at an early age gives one freedom of choice and multiple opportunities to live life on one's own terms. If your ultimate dream is one of retiring early and never having to work again, you'll absolutely love this book. Otherwise, if you like your job and the tenets of long-term investing, you may just go with that. Just remember, compound interest works its magic over time. Warren Buffett, one of the most famous investors in the world today, gained most of his wealth after the age of 50. His skill is investing, however, his secret is time. He's been doing it since he was a kid. 9. Spending, saving, and investing it. You can only do 3 things with money. You can spend it, you can save it, or you can invest it. Most people lose when it comes to money because they spend too much, save too much, shave too much, or invested in the wrong things. Overspending and bad investments obviously are a no-go for your money. But at the same time, saving too much of it can be pretty counterproductive. Here's how too much saving can really be an issue. Stuff just gets more and more expensive, which whittles away at the value of your money. This whittles today's dollar down to a less important form in 10 years. In effect, when saving money, you are somewhat spending it when you let a portion of its value depreciate through inflation. At best, though, there are only two major things that can be done with your money: spend or invest. Now, looking at the money in this light, the path forward to win the game of money is very clear. Definitely, spending money won't make one rich. There are lots of strategies to build wealth, however. There isn't any one given way. Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all these people became rich in different ways. Not everyone tells you it's their way or no way to get rich, so take it with a grain of salt. But what worked for them won't work for you because your life skills, resources, and goals are totally different from theirs. Remember, therefore, that there is no one way to financial freedom. Some paths are just easier for some people than others. Develop a goal-oriented mindset toward your financial growth and not compare yourself too much with others and beat yourself up over strategies that don't seem to work for you. Find out what really does work best for your unique situation and goals as you work on building your wealth. Since you have been watching until now, it's obvious you are getting value from this video. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Also, turn your bell notification on for more insightful videos like this one. 10. Buy assets. The first couple of books on finance I ever read were in the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series. One of the main things that I took away from that book was learning about an asset versus a liability. According to Rich Dad, assets are things that bring money into your pocket. This would involve investments, rental properties, stocks, bonds, intellectual property, or a business that generates money. Essentially, it means things that can earn money for you or appreciate in value over some time. Liabilities refer to expenses or things that take money out of your pocket. It involves mortgages, car loans, credit card debt, and other financial commitments that require regular payments. Rich Dad said, "Getting rich is easy. You only do one thing: buy more assets. In order to buy more assets wisely, this person should increase financial education and discipline." This lesson is very simple but hard to apply in real life. After reading the book, I realized how conscious I was of every single purchase I made and purchased more assets. It had changed my financial life completely. I hope you love this video as much as I love making it. And there you have it, 10 eye-opening money secrets distilled from 50 of the most impactful finance books. Each secret offers a unique perspective that could potentially unlock new doors in your financial journey. Remember, as George S. Clayson wisely said, the way to wealth is to learn to keep the money you make. It's not just about earning, but mastering the art of managing and growing your wealth. But don't stop here. The journey to financial mastery is ongoing, and each step you take can bring you closer to your goals. As Benjamin Franklin once advised, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So keep exploring, learning, and applying these insights to your own life. If you found these secrets valuable, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more game-changing financial tips and strategies. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update and stay ahead in your money journey. Your commitment to learning and growing is the first step towards financial success. I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know which secret resonated most with you, or if you have any questions. Don't forget to type "I must be rich" if you're ready to take your financial future into your own hands. And there's more. Click the video in the top right corner to continue your financial journey with our next episode. We'll dive even deeper into the nuances of wealth building and how to avoid common pitfalls. Your future self will thank you for taking these steps today. Stay curious, stay determined, and remember the path to financial success is built one step at a time. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.